It's not what you did, son, that angers me so. It's who you did it to.
Who? The nobody?
That nobody is John Wick.
Never stop, forget it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on
Yo, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you. Always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality is tragedy, bro.
Welcome back to the John Wick Minute, ladies and gentlemen, the show where we analyze, scrutinize, and celebrate John Wick 1 minute at a time.
I am Samuel.
I am Seth.
And I am Steven.
And today we are looking at minute 35. It starts with window wiping of the cleaning crew, and it ends with Mayhem Man speaking to Vigo.
And that about sums up the minute.
Yeah, right.
Pretty much.
I always like the trick where the screen that you're watching the movie through is interacted with by the people on the other side, like the guy spraying the screen and wiping it. I always like when
it's like 3.5 wallish.
yeah, 3.
But not as cool. The most cool version of this, I guess you could say, because it's a little bit different, is the Harry Potter go through the mirror in Defense Against Dark Arts. Azkaban.
I guess
Prisoner
it
of
does
Azkaban.
count 3.5 walls. Yeah,
Right. So the Prisoner of Azkaban,
that counts.
the camera is
It's
moving,
amazing.
and you see a mirror, and it's a reflection of the classroom behind it. But then the camera goes through the mirror, and now you're in the classroom. Really cool camera trick. Very, very cool.
And of course, Corridor Troop broke out
Yeah.
the problem, or broke it down and figured out the problem with it, and that their badges are on the wrong side of the ropes once they go through the mirror. Whoops.
But that's okay. It's still cool.
Anyway, it is very cool. It's a great shot, and that's here we go. I'm just going to talk about it real quick. Prisoner of Azkaban is the best filmed movie of the 8. It is the best.
It's very well done.
Shots. Cinematography. It's the best of
And
the 8.
it helps that it's supported by time travel story, which is cool.
And you
It
got
makes
Gary
the
Oldman.
shots really cool. Well, yeah, but it makes the
I love
shots
Gary
really cool.
It does. All right. Well, anyway, back to John.
We're talking about that movie with the little wizards, right?
Is that the one with the little
Yeah,
Star
John
Wars?
Wick,
The one
yeah.
with the little wizard boy?
Yes, that's where I was going with that.
I was catching what you were putting down.
Took me a second. My bad.
That's so funny.
So is wrapping a body in saran wrap and plastic the best way to dispose of a body?
Why
I
not?
guess? Or
Keeps
is it
everything
taking
nice
the
and tight.
Hawaiian all expense paid vacation?
Yeah, all expense way to Hawaii.
Anyway, but really though, wrapping them in saran wrap and plastic and then throwing them in a van just seems like a lot of work. Would not one layer of plastic be enough? I don't know.
Maybe the saran wrap keeps
probably cuts down on odor,
right and leakage.
stops liquid and body
Exactly.
fluids.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a lot of good reasons to wrap them.
It is a lot of work, though. You're right.
Well, probably pays well.
But he
Couple
gets
gold coins.
paid in gold coins, yeah. 1 gold coin per body, I guess.
Plus one.
Again, yeah.
Or 2, because he
plus
might
one
give him a tip. When I tried to count the coins, and I came up with anywhere between 13 and 15. So
Oh, interesting.
it's hard to tell.
So you guys probably don't do this much because you don't. Steven, you do all the time probably, but Seth, you don't have civilization where you live. So
That is
why.
on purpose.
So
Regrettably.
I order Dunkin' regularly now because I hate Starbucks coffee. So I go to Dunkin' frequently, and they have like all these offers and it's like all these different deals, like $2 medium coffee. Like you select all the different things, right? So I'm just imagining, like, but you know how everybody has their reward app, like McDonald's and Taco Bell and all these places have reward apps now, right?
I see where this is going.
So like 21st century cleanup, right? So you got your app, right? You get rewards. Like you
So
build them
our
Do it like a fitness app. Good job. Only 12 more
yeah.
this month.
Would you like to redeem a free cleanup or a
our
free dinner reservation or whatever? Like,
our Wawa of the West has that. It's a Maverick.
Maverick.
It's the
I love
wannabe
Maverick a lot.
Wawa / Sheets of the West.
Wait,
They
does
don't
Maverick have
do
the touch
Redeem-
order screens?
They do now. But, well,
Ooh.
okay, sort of. So, like, they have a grill. The newest ones they just put in where we live do have a made-to-order kind of grill.
Cool.
Not quite as, not even close to as extensive as Wawa or whatever, as Sheets. But they seem to be kind of moving somewhat in that direction. Their food is really good. It's just really not a made-to-order place. But you can order, like, special things if you go up, like, on their burritos and whatever.
Everybody has to do it now, man. Speedway, all of them. They have to if they want to stay in business.
But Maverick just
I'm
bought,
just saying.
was it Loaf and Jug? No, Come and Go? They just bought, like, an entire chain. So Maverick will be expanding to, like, 14 other states or something.
I want a Maverick. If we can get one near us, that'd be good. I like Maverick.
They're pretty cool.
We have more things than we can.
You do.
Tornadoes packed, man.
But we don't have Sheets, and I would take one Sheets over any other gas station around
Me
us.
too.
Sheets won't be able to get in with Wawa.
Dollar
that it
hot
matters.
dogs, man. That's the only reason I want Sheets.
Wawa sucks compared to Sheets. I'll
Yep.
die on this hill.
There goes all of our listeners, our local listeners.
It's okay. Florida can suck it. Just kidding. Florida, to quote,
We're doing really
to
well here.
quote your fantastic governor, Florida is the Utah of the Southeast. You will never live that down with me.
Yeah. All right. I'll give you that.
Moving on. Mr. Mayhem informs Vigo, like kind of off screen before we get to see them, of the bad news that his dudes are dead.
Yeah, it just cuts to Vigo and he says, "Of course he did."
Yeah.
Like, that's the first thing they say. It's great.
Well, this is just negligence on every level,
It is.
right?
Like, what did you expect?
Everybody's negligent here. Okay, so one, it starts all the way back with the son.
Yep.
You had a chance to pop John, and you didn't. That would have made a very short movie, right? Like you had a chance, so that doesn't go. And then Vigo knows what this guy is. He literally punched his son in the gut twice, telling him what John Wick is. And he decides to let Mayhem send a bunch of Tahoe day laborers to go kill him.
And only 13. Not even like 100, just 13.
This is like when you poke at a bear. Like all you did was make him angry. Like why did you not like missile strike his
Vigo.
house?
Vigo
Like,
should
you
be
had
mad.
to
Just like,
know.
you should have said the Escalade guys. Come
Yeah.
on.
That's just
Or,
This is-
again,
Vigo
Marcus. Call
is-
Marcus up. Snipe the dude while he's in bed.
Yeah.
Which
Wait,
he
we don't
does
know
do
Marcus is a
eventually,
sniper
to his
yet.
credit.
We don't, but Vigo does.
But we don't.
And
So
to be-
hire
yeah,
any sniper.
spoilers.
Hire a sniper.
To Vigo's credit, he does do that eventually. That all doesn't work out well, but
That
I'm
should
just
have been
saying,
step
dude,
one.
like, what? Like, of course he did. Well, of course he did. Like, like, what are you doing? Send everybody. Like, bomb his house.
$10
I don't
said.
know.
$10 says those guys were not insured by Allstate.
That's true. It's true.
So we do have a $2 million contract put on
Yeah.
John Wick.
Woo,
$2
small
million.
potatoes.
Let's say I do feel like the contract situations in these movies are a little on the low side.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's John Wick. $2 million. When you think about what basketball players make, I feel like you should be offering at least $10 million right off the bat.
For John, yeah, makes sense.
I feel like some people like Marcus probably wouldn't get out of bed for less than like $5 million.
It's funny.
Right,
It's
right.
funny that you say that, and you're going to watch John Wick 4 tomorrow. Just keep that
Oh,
thought in mind.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. There's a theme of that in
Yeah.
the fourth movie.
Okay.
That's true.
Yeah.
I didn't think they did very good in that one either, though.
No, it did, but it made sense. Like,
Sure.
I guess I'll know tomorrow. Then we can
You
talk
will.
about spoilers on
Such
the
a good
podcast.
movie.
So
we'll have to do a
Um,
first Patreon episode.
there we go. Are you setting up the Patreon? Because
No, I'm too lazy.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
We'll just do a special
Just send us
episode.
money anyway. Just send us.
Weekend.
I have a mailing address.
We
How do
accept
you set it up
donations.
on YouTube? You can do it on YouTube. You can set up the
You
super
have
fan
to.
stuff or whatever.
No, you cannot unless you have
Has to be
1,000
a live stream?
subscribers and
1,000 subscribers
and
okay,
like
we'll
4,000 watch hours, which we're nowhere near.
Um,
Well,
Not even
we just
close.
need to keep saying stuff for the FBI.
we'll get watched.
How many
all over the
agents
place.
can we get to watch us?
I bought bomby thingies.
I'm not clipping that, just so you know. He lives in Florida.
His address is.
Who are we kidding? They already know your address.
That's true.
Show up to the house. There's a bunch of baking soda and
Dude,
root beer. in the
you
fridge.
own a suppressor. They already know where you live.
That's true.
True story.
So Vigo does say something in Russian. Lure the wolf with the hen.
Shouldn't it
Which
be
is not a
fox?
Russian saying.
I feel like
Yeah,
it should
you
be
would think,
fox.
right?
Fox
Wolf
in the hen
probably
house.
doesn't go after a hen, right? Like,
I mean, they would, but that
I
wouldn't
mean,
like that's not typically the animal that gets in the hen
Right.
house. It's a fox.
yeah. Like you wouldn't say like
Or-
a tiger goes after a zebra. Sure, they would, but it's lions.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But you were
Okay.
saying, Steve, it's not a Russian.
It's
Yeah.
not a
Or-
Russian saying. It's like I looked it up. The only things were all John Wick. It just sounds like something that like would be a Russian proverb or something.
It's just a
not.
cool proverb he says in Russian.
Yes.
That's all.
Well, not really a proverb, is it? Maybe.
Haiku.
Well,
I don't
We
know.
all know the whole Baba
Snake.
Yaga thing is
Right. Not accurate.
jacked anyway.
They're out here like making a lore for the continental underground world and their own Russian lore too.
Yes.
Yeah,
The writers of this film are just, like
alternate universe.
fantasy Russia.
Yeah, yeah. It's where the
But-
Baba Yaga is not some old witch lady, and it's actually what they're saying.
Yeah. Well, that's okay.
so-
That reminds me actually of a study that was done. It was a gun control study.
boy.
Oh, dude,
Oh, boy.
it's
Oh, boy.
hilarious. In order to calculate whether some gun law worked, I think it was in Connecticut. They came up with a virtual Connecticut that they compared it to, and virtual Connecticut was made up of like Rhode Island, Delaware, like multiple other states. They called it virtual Connecticut or something like that, and compared. Anyway, it's silly, but that's what it reminds me of. Alternate
That
Russia.
sounds stupid.
All right. So he says this in Russian. Avi says English, Vigo, please. Like he's tired of asking.
Dude,
Vigo if he
how
thinks
long have you worked with him and you can't understand simple phrases
Dude.
like that?
Duolingo. Download the
Yeah.
thing.
No. Oh, now that we
Drop
live,
hours.
I know it's not 2014, but nowadays
Do they have a Mormon one for Duolingo for you? Is that where we're going with this?
they speak English. They have bad accents, but they speak English.
No kidding. No kidding.
Moving on.
Continue.
The app on the Apple iPhone, you can literally stand there and hit the button, and they can speak in their native language, and it'll translate it for you and say it to you out loud, and you can speak in English, and it'll do the same back and forth. It's literally like a Star Trek translator thing. Super cool. I did it with the Guatemalans I worked with. It was fun.
Yeah, either way, so he says this in Russian. Avi says English, Vigo, please. And he doesn't repeat what he said. He says,
No.
put Yosef in the red circle and wait.
I mean, that's the gist of what he was saying.
It's the gist of it. It's just kind of. So Vigo has officially given up his son, and now he's basically sacrificing him.
No,
He's
no,
like,
no,
"All
no,
right,
no.
please."
He's using him as bait.
No,
He has no intention of
right.
giving him up yet.
Lure the wolf with
Right.
the hand.
He's using him as bait. It's still not
The
nice.
reason you
but
lure
He's not
the
saying-
wolf, luring
to
the
trap
wolf
it.
means to kill the wolf, right?
right, you're trying to
It's
trap
not
it.
to give up the hen.
Yeah, okay,
It's
you-
to kill the wolf.
I guess that's fair, but like, does Vigo think he can stop John? Does he actually think that?
Apparently, like how, why, who knows? But apparently,
Because if he didn't think he could, then he would just give up the kid.
Right.
Be like, listen, I'm not gonna be able to stop you. Here,
That's
he's yours. Don't take me down with him.
It
But
takes
we
a
don't know
lot
what the red
more
circle
killing.
is yet.
no, we don't.
Yeah, we don't know what the red circle
Sounds
is.
like a golf club.
I was gonna say it sounds more like the high table, but it's not. Like it
Wasn't there a
sounds like
movie
something
called
important.
Red Circle.
Red
yes,
No?
with Tom
Okay.
Hanks.
There was.
No idea.
I didn't watch it, but I think it was with Tom Hanks.
Okay,
There was
I'm
something
Googling
like
it.
that. It looked interesting, but then I thought it got like bad reviews or something. Was
Red
it Tom Hanks
Dawn.
and Jennifer Lawrence? No,
No, that's Red Sparrow or something, and that's not Tom Hanks. That's Jennifer Lawrence,
that was
though.
Jennifer Lawrence was
Yeah.
Red Sparrow, but that's not what I'm talking about.
That's Russian.
Oh, okay. So it was
That's
just
all I know
called
about it.
Circle. I think 2015. If this is what I think it is, never mind. I have no idea. I give up.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's basically where it ends.
Yeah.
Yep.
Happy Friday.
Yay! Enthusiasm.
All right. Next week we'll be back. And
Yes.
Steven will have seen John Wick 4, assuming
Yeah.
our plans don't fall through tomorrow. I'm not going to get home till like 2 a.m. tomorrow.
Yeah, that sucks for you.
Actually, technically speaking, if you're listening to this on Friday, I watched it already on Monday, so
Good
I have seen
point.
this by now.
Good point.
Come on, y'all.
That's true. That's true.
Okay. Well,
Hey,
we will
dirty
have a.
secret, we don't record these day at a time.
You can't say that. Now we got more watchers.
We will record a special fans. What's the word? I'm
Only
looking for?
fans.
Gosh dang it. Fan appreciation
be
of John
doing
Wick. No. Fan appreciation of John Wick 4.
John Wick only fans.
No, I hate you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we'll catch you on the next episode of the John Wick Minute.
So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks. We out here moving boulders. Now we ain't getting posterized. We out here making posters and we ain't got nothing to hide. We move forward like soldiers.